Hello gamers, and welcome to some more preview content for the upcoming Tribute to Normandy 44 DLC for Steel Division 2. And now we're going to look at Guards Armoured, the British division. And with the 3 Commonwealth divisions coming in this DLC, they try to give every division a different kind of flavor. And here they are trying to give it more like a heavy tank division flavor. And Guards Armoured division was kind of like a poster boy division. With Royal Guards, household units, and so on. And but they fought very well. So let's take a look at them. With regards to slots, lots of tank slots. Obviously, you can fill it till the end, but already, yeah, you get 3-point slots as well. Reckon decent, okayish. Infantry totally abysmal. You only get 6 slots, and the last slot is already 4 points. That's a typical weakness of the Commonwealth tank divisions. And the infantry ain't that great usually. And in the support tab, that's decent. Anti-tank, very cheap. Anti-air, also quite rather cheap. Lots of artillery slots, cheap artillery slots, up until the 6th, 7th slot, and hardly any air slots, but 3 should do the trick. Let's jump right into infantry. One thing about this division to note is there are kind of no new units. There are some rarely used units, obviously, but nothing new as such. You do get the defense group, but it's only a 5-man squad in A phase, and then yeah, you probably won't bring that. You need to keep in mind that you change your truck, because by default it's the Bedford, and it's only 60 kilometers road speed, 30 off-road, and you need to change it to the CMP. Field Engineers is a 5-point TNT throwing unit, high availability. The problem with this unit is it's also only 5 men, and throwing grenades, they will lose out against pretty much any flamer squad. So they've kind of lost their touch, I think, since the, grenade nerf, basically. You get an engineer leader without radio and TNT, only 20 points. You get the motorized rifles. That is a decent unit with bazooka, ran gun. You can bring them in the 50 cal half-track, and also in the M5 HT, which is kind of like just with a Browning. And I think that's something you need to do with this division, because you need to get more fire support, like against infantry. Unfortunately, it's A and B phase locked. And you get the ordinary rifle squad, which is basically 2 more men, but no Piat. So I personally prefer the motorized rifles, but the rifles are beefier. And yeah, they put out a little bit more damage. They have 2 Lee Enfields more, but it doesn't really make the difference. I think they either lose or win, no matter what, unless it's very, very close. You get the motorized rifles leader, similar to the one in Desert Rats, where he has 3 Thompsons. Desert Rats also a new division. Also, the 50 cal half track here is called like this, M5 HT.50. It's same name in the Desert Rats, but it's in the game already with a different name. So, and there's also the exact same leaders in New Zealand, second New Zealand. So it exists already, but it's rare. You get 2 cards of rifle leaders. You actually have 4 cards of leaders. You can almost fill your entire infantry tab with leaders. Then you get rifles Piat. And I think there's no point in taking this, because they die. The TNT won't save them. They don't have radio. For 5 points more, you get something with smoke or with a Piat and radio as well. So and you get the rifles Piat, which is a 10-man squad. 2 brands. So apart from the defense group, you only unit with 2 brands. Unfortunately, it can't come in the half track. It's also 10 men strong, so it's superior to the motorized rifles, but also better than the rifles because of the extra Bren and the extra Piat. And then you get a card of Assault Engineers, your only actual good CQC unit, 12 men strong, with a Piat, automatic rifle, nice unit. In the Recon tab, you get the Willis HMG, you get the Recce, and you can bring them in quite a variety of vehicles. In a mortar carrier, so that's basically you get a 2-inch mortar for 15 points here, armored. You can also get the MMG carrier or the universal carrier, the difference being the loadout, there's a Vickers, additional Vickers on the MMG carrier. Other than that, everything is the same. So there's no point in taking the universal carrier without the extra HMG. Scouts, 20 points, 4-man squad, can come in a Jeep, can also come in the white truck. And the white truck is armored, but has nothing special about it other than that. And they can come in a Stuart Recce as well. Sniper squad, snipers get a nerf in the accompanying patch, so they are not as good anymore. And this is a 20-point sniper squad with 2 men, 1 sniper, not too great. Daimler AC is the one with a 2-pounder, as opposed to the Little John. Decent, very fast unit, to arrest the enemy, maybe get some side shots. You also get the Stack Hound, which has the worst penetration, slightly better armor, higher cost. I think they've at one point been price nerfed a bit, or buffed, I can't recall, but there was a change some time ago. And with the Stack Hound you also have HE shells, Stack Hound Mark 1. Stuart 5 Recon is kind of a new one. It's similar to the Stuart 6 Cree in Desert Rats, where you get 3 Brownings and don't get the 50 cal. And in Pancerna there's a similar unit as well that only has 2 Brownings though, and not this 50 cal, and also has slightly less armor, 5 less armor. So this is an interesting vehicle. And you get the Crumble 4 Recon. There's one in like CIABG and Pancerna, and similar one in Desert Rats as well. Really fast tank. Good availability curve. Tank tab is where this division shines. You get a leader Stuart if you want it. You get 2 cards of Stuarts. Interestingly, they are, because it's the Stuart 6, I guess they are still 30 points. You got the Sherman 5, and that's basically the better Sherman, because it has 100mm front armor. That makes a difference. You can, in A-phase, you should double that. You get 3 cards of Sherman Commanders. Also, it's the Sherman 5 with the 100mm front armor. You get the Challenger, but it's C-phase locked. And you get the Firefly, 3 cards of Firefly. And there's actually a 4th card of Firefly, and that's with the Ace Harris. Other than that, it's the same unit. There's no gameplay impact of the Aces. And yeah, personally, I don't think there really is a case for bringing the Challenger. They've got the same gun. The Challenger has less ammunition and much less armor. So it's faster though, but in C-phase, I'm not sure if it's worth it. Fire rate, same as well. Yeah, support tab. Oh, and this command Stuart can be found in the new 4th Canadian as well. Bottom you get the crappy 540 meter range mortars. Can be used to support your infantry. 3 cards. You get the Vickers HMG, 2 cards, 3 cards of Bedford supplies, 1 Cromwell, that's your 2k HE. And you get a commander, infantry commander, the Dingo, and the Sherman commander. Anti-tank tab, 1 card of Piat, but you already have some Piats in the infantry tab, so you don't necessarily need that. 3 cards of 6-pounders. Could come in a Stuart Remy, which actually has very decent speed. So that might be an option. And you get the Wolverine. Again, it's 130mm penetration. You also have the Fireflies. And you can also bring 30 points more the Achilles, which has the better gun. 17-pounder. It's interesting actually that the rate of fire here is the same on the tank and without the tank. 4 cards of 17-pounders and 2 cards of Achilles. So you can really dish out some damage. And something that's really cool is this Crusader tractor that you get in this division. And its speed is okayish, it's armored, and it's a supply truck with 15,000 supply. That's pretty good. AA tab, you get the Polston truck, which is not very good. And you get 3 cards of Crusader AA Mark II, which is pretty good. And 4 cards of Bofors, also good. And yeah, Lloyd Carrier does give you armor, but yeah, you should possibly go for the speed here. Artillery tab, you get spotters, artillery commander, 80-inch mortars, 107-inch mortars, then 2 cards of 25-pounders that can come in with a variety of vehicles, including the tractor, the Remy, or the Matador supply as well, which is like a bigger supply truck, also 15k supplies. You get the 4 cards of Sexton. You could spam out those Sextons theoretically and move them around. They also have tank killing power, so this is a pretty cool unit. Then you get BL 2.2-inch howitzers here. They can also come with supply, but the rate of fire is not very good. And you only have 12 shells, so not that great. In particular, when you compare it with the long tom obviously has slightly less damage and blast, same accuracy, but and same rate of fire, but you have 40 shells and also smoke for the same price. Availability is better for the EL 7.2-inch, but still. Then you get the Sherman off-map. Unfortunately, this is the one like in Pancerna. Unfortunately, you can't use it as a tank. Air tab, you get the really fast Mosquito, which also has radio and medium resilience, so that can be used to give your artillery radio. And you've got the heavy fighter, not too good. You get the Spitfire, bad resilience, excellent agility, and you also get Typhoons. They have medium resilience, but they're quite costly. And it's a medium payload, and you can get a tank buster that you probably don't need unless you play against King Tigers and have to spam that or something. You know, get 6 in C or something like that. If the enemy doesn't have AA, which is possible thanks to your artillery. So what is my favorite division? My favorite unit? There's no unique new unit in this deck. So I think I will go for the Firefly Harris because he's an ace and I honor him by choosing him as my favorite unit in this new division. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.